us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning to some people in the other side of the world. It's afternoon. It's afternoon here in Colorado. Colorado. That's what we call here, Colorado. We don't. I think everybody thinks everybody in Colorado is a country music lover. I don't listen to country music. No. But we do have more country stations than anything else. Yeah, a lot of hip hop stations. Whatever happened to rock and roll, man? What happened to rock and roll? I do. I miss just straight rock and roll bands. I do. I miss them, man. I thought Maroon 5 was gonna take that lead, and they went to crud. The lead singer, I used to think Adam Levine was a cool dude, but anyway, enough with my musical opinions. Yeah. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. That's what I use when I go to meetings. I got stuff to read on this. So there's a song. Speaking of music, there's a song by Alice in Chains called Nutshell. Okay. Because he's putting his feelings in a nutshell. And there's not many words to it. But there's one line, and this was going to actually be the title, but I don't want to confuse people. And the line goes, if I can't be my own, I would feel better dead. Okay. And I won't put that out there because then everybody goes, oh, no, Dio wants to die. That we tend to miss the point when we talk about things like this. So I figure I better put something in here, where people understand a little bit better. Okay. Because for me, I know that I'm different than a lot of other people. And I know this, and sometimes I don't really like that. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge, or the double daily. Today's the double date. Maybe that's what I need to do, is make another one that says, welcome to the double daily trudge. I want to add on some more meetings. I want to grow the club a little bit, virtually. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. What I'd really like to do is a 12 by 12 study. That's what I'd really like to do. A tradition study. I think that would be a lot of fun. We're kind of already doing a step study right now on Thursdays. This is the last week that you can really join that one. That one's just going to confuse people. So I did pull up a little bit of help here, because I did have it in my head on, because we're going to be searching. Okay. And this may be a long search. Even to this day, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm 53 and I still can't figure it out. Right. All right. 6 steps to discover your true self. Number 1, be quiet. Listen. You cannot and will not be able to discover yourself until you take time to be still. Let's just go ahead and pull the whole thing up here, because this is where I wanted to get to. So That's how I do most of this. I just Google it. So be quiet. Many people don't know because any sort of silence scares them. It's too uncomfortable to be alone with every flaw staring back at them. But it isn't until you get alone, evaluate yourself, and completely truthful with yourself that you'll actually be able to see every facet of your life, the good and the bad. Be quiet and discover your true self. Well, for us, what is that? What is that? Well, that's the fourth step. Okay. Not everything in AA is done in red ink. It tells us in the big book that while we're going through our character defects, that these are going to be replaced. They're going to be replaced. Dishonesty is replaced by honesty. Fear is replaced by courage. Anger is replaced by balance and or joy or a good attitude. Okay? Realize who you truly are, not who you want to be. Now in AA, we do a lot of what we call reciprocity. Reciprocity. It's something like that. And what that means is that I share and you attach to that so that we can both move forward. Now, let's take me, for instance. When you say, I like Dion, I like what he does, blah, blah, and I'm not boasting on myself. Okay, I've only got 2 people here. So, right, but I like Dion. But you're not going to want to follow my path. You're going to want your own path, right? Because you are a different person. But maybe there's some things in me that you like. So I am a culmination of a lot of different things that I saw that I liked, that I knew that I could attach to. Okay. Hi, Ingrid. Says, I know you already have a set idea who you desperately want to be, but it might not be who you were designed to be. When you know who you are, you will finally see where you are and specific gifts fit into the bigger picture. So here's the thing. I have to discover my weaknesses. I do. I have to discover my weaknesses. And I have to find out my strengths because I'm not just going to, okay, just reset on me. Because when you find your strengths, then you can take your strengths and work on them. Then you can focus on what it is that you're good at, right? For me, I'm good at podcasting and I have been focusing on it, and you see how it's kind of messing things up. Okay, it's a good example. Okay. 3, find out what you're good at and not good at. This is going to be trial and error. Okay. I like drumming. I'm a decent drummer, but I'm not anything more than that. I'm not. And people are, oh, you could get into a band. Now I'm just not, I'm not band material. It doesn't quite, and that's okay. I can still enjoy doing that without having to be on stage and go through the, I don't want to go through band practices and all that crap again. So, because the drummer never should. Oh, I'm the drummer. It frustrated me because I always practiced. I would get our songs down and they were okay. This might be the most difficult step in discovering who you truly are, but it's a necessary one. Sure, it takes trial and error to find out what you're good at. And no, I don't want to give up before you've had more than enough attempts. But knowing when to quit is a gift that everyone needs to learn. Yeah. So what do we call that here? Staying in our lane. See, recovery is my lane. Okay. And then from there, it's alcoholism, right? That's another lane. Okay. What else are my lanes? Well, the community's in my lane. My friendships are in my lane, right? I can work on my friendships. Okay. this is kind of what I do. I ask my tummy, and I know that's weird, but my tummy, it'll know. Do you want to do this? No. Do you want to do it's just like when I was a kid. I'm bored. Okay, do you want to do this? No. Do you want it's the same thing, but I ask myself. Okay. Here's the other thing that you need to find out. And a lot of us already know this. Okay. A lot of us already know this. And it's going to kind of go against what I usually talk about. But you must find out exactly how dangerous you are. Okay. Just as you. And then you need to reel that back. Okay. That is how I started to figure out, because all of us could become very, very dangerous. Okay. So when I understand that I can get to that point, I can do something about it. But without awareness, I can do nothing. So if you don't know where to push that to, you won't be able to work with it. Now, that doesn't mean go out and do dangerous things. Okay. What would you do if somebody did something to one of your children? You might react. Dion's what ifing. Don't follow that. Now an ad. Okay. Find out what you're passionate about. This is where I can come in. People come to me with their passions all the time. Usually it's podcasting. Oh, on a podcast. But it actually isn't their passion. It's not their act. The podcasting in and of itself isn't the passion. No. A lot of times this is what's going on. The cool people are doing it. Do you have any recovery podcasts are out there because cool people? And it's the wrong way to go, right? Right? I'm not one of the popular people. So there's and I've never been popular, so there are parts that I honestly I don't understand. I'm naive. I'm naive to being popular because I don't know what it's like. And honestly, I don't want to. But finding out what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about recovery and the homeless. Those are my passions. AA is my passion. Helping other people recovery is a passion of mine. Okay? We don't work for our passions. Okay? And I can put proof in the pudding. Okay? And I can put proof in the pudding because Club Trudge has not paid a dime to start the club. No, this is all people working together. Nobody's making any money. There's no money to be made. Well, I might make a little bit of money, but I know enough to get enough for gas. Plus, my car's diesel, so better throw an extra $1 in there so I can make it. Okay. If you don't know what your passion is, reach out to me, man. I'm great at helping you find your passion. Okay. And I'll help you discover it. I do that with quite a few people. And you might be amazed at what your passion actually is. Most time when people come to me with it, it usually isn't it. It is usually something a little bit deeper. And if we can find that, now that doesn't mean the original idea is out. It just means what is our intention behind that idea? What are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to have people see how high we can jump? Right. Look how high I can jump. Hey, I can jump real high. I just got new shoes. I can run real fast. Things like that. Ask for feedback. I ask for feedback all the time. People hardly ever say anything. Okay. And I do appreciate the positive feedback that I get. I do. But if there's something amiss, I need to know so I can fix it or do something about it. There's been quite a few times Ingrid has brought something to my attention. Hey, Dion, this was a little off. This is so that I can make sure that I check it. I love feedback. As long as you're not coming to me and saying, well, you need another host. Okay. Now, if you come to me with a problem, attach a solution to it. And I'm more likely to listen. And I'll probably take your solution. If it's a solution, I'll take it. Right? So, yeah, you got to ask for feedback. If you don't know yourself, hearing what others have to say about you is helpful practice. Ask two simple questions. What strengths do you think I need to develop further? And what weaknesses do you think I need to work on? Of course, their opinion isn't going to be perfect, but their feedback will probably indicate a few areas, right? So they may give you feedback and you're like, oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. And that's how you figure out your strengths and your weaknesses. Ask, what is that in AA? Humility. We ask for help all the time. All the time. Number 6, assess your relationships. Okay. For everything that I do, I have 348 friends I know because I just saw it. I wasn't looking, I just happened to see it. Okay. I could have that at the 5,000 mark if I wanted to, but I don't know those people. I don't. In fact, there's probably 100 people on my friends list that I don't know. And, so I assess my relationships quite often, especially new ones. I always assess them. How's this going? I had somebody reach out to me a few weeks ago. I want to start a podcast. We're supposed to do it in 2 days. I haven't heard nothing. I can tell you something. It ain't going to happen. I already know because I've been through this enough. Okay. And your actions will always tell me something. And this was a passion thing. But the problem is the same thing, that 4-letter word, fear. And when people come to me and they say, I have a fear, I try and supply them with courage. If they do not take that, I know that they're not going to do it. Okay. And if I am wrong, then so much the better. I'll be happy that they did. Okay. In that situation, I actually want to be wrong. Okay. And who you hang out with, who you attach yourself to will matter to me. Okay. If you know as well as I know that somebody is committing Medicaid fraud and you support them, I will not support you. No, won't happen. Your relationships matter to me. Okay. A large aspect of discovering yourself can be found in your relationships. When you realize you've really never truly known anyone else until you discover yourself, the importance of knowing yourself becomes even more important. Apparent. It's a much different word. I blame that on dyslexia, but that's not even close, right? The truth especially rings true for business leaders, okay? This is really going to ring true for us because we are leaders, okay? I know not all, I'm a leader in a sense. You're a leader too. We all are. It just depends on the arena. It really depends on the arena. Thanks for hanging out, Ingrid. I love you. See who you keep ties with, right? The truth is, if you don't know the people on your team, then you will be lost as a leader. But this rule also applies to any relationship in your life. Almost as much as you need to know yourself, other people also need to know who you are. People need you, the real you. I like this. Use your reflections to fight your biggest fears. No, don't do that. Okay, that's CBT, and that's not going to work for you and me. Fighting will not do it for us, my friends. I wish it did. or we'd all, but whenever there's fighting, only the winner appears to win. When there's a fight, there is no winner. Period. Okay? Unless those people come to a common solution, then nobody won. Everybody lost. And we can't live our lives that way. You're going to notice also as you change and you start to discover yourself, you're going to come across the you spot it, you got it kind of a thing. When our intentions change, how we view things in life changes. Okay. And we're becoming better people. So when we start to become better people, we will notice that other people are not doing the same. Okay. That is none of our business. And it doesn't matter who it is. Okay. I am not going to tell my wife that she better find my type of spirituality. Okay. My wife has been living her life just fine without me. Okay. She already got her higher power. She does not need that from me. Right? So finding our true selves can often mean just being you and not doing anything. Masks that we wear. Well, I got to put on, sometimes we call it hats. I got to put on this hat. I got to put on that hat. No more hats. Well, when I do this, I got to be this way. No. I've noticed that, like when I'm like, and I'm like on point and trying to get things done. I'll tell my wife I'm in business mode. Okay. But I'm not really in business mode. This is just a part of Dion where once I'm on a roll, I want everybody needs to clear the way. Kind of a thing, and I understand that about myself. Okay. And I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't call it that because it is a part of who I am. It's kind of like I'm an alcoholic, but that doesn't mean I'm an alcoholic. We're all more than that. Absolutely. And I tend to agree, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Unfortunately for us, yes. I don't know about drug addiction. I'm not a drug addict, so I don't know. Once an addict, always an addict? I don't know. See, we have a disease and it's something a little different. Once an alcoholic, always, alcoholic, we're just alcoholic, right? So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Michelle, it's good seeing you again. Ingrid was hanging around. Looks like we had a few other people. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And